Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Monday, April 26th. I'm your host, Scott Lepre. Join alongside me, as always, we have Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sund.
There.
How's it going today?
Great, buddy.
Fabulous.
Just great.
Fabulous. And we have all day Eric Deshane here as well.
Hello, hello.
I was going to say gracias, but that's thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being Eric. You are welcome. Yes, I am Eric.
Just stop by.
Por favor. Yes, please. All right. Anyways, it's Monday. Ask us anything. You ask us questions. We answer them to the best of our ability. Starting off strong this week, we have Monique. She asks, what movie or TV villain is the most horrifying? She says Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter is one of my top 5. She is pure evil. I would walk the other way if I saw this actress on the street.
It's a bit harsh, but I mean that character is freaking awful. So that's a good choice there. That's a good one.
Yeah. Horrifying though?
Horrifying, yeah.
Honestly, the fact that you can come up with a villain like Freddy Krueger, like if you go to sleep, he's gonna be there and he's gonna kill you and manipulate your dreams and your nightmares. That's the most terrifying thing, I think. That's the reason why when I was younger, I watched horror films. I love horror films. But as soon as you do something like that, where like you have to stay awake, otherwise he's gonna get you, that's fucking terrifying, man. That is terrifying. Because I already had nightmares. Imagine like they could actually kill you.
Yeah.
I think that honestly takes the cake. That one, for sure, for me. I never watched them because I was too scared to watch them. Because it would just create new nightmares for me, I guess. But yeah.
How about you, Eric? Do you have anything?
I'm trying to think here still. Like I was going towards like the Hannibal Lecter, but I mean he was interesting, but he wasn't really horrifying. That was my thought with that though, but I'm not too sure yet.
And he had a preference for his victims too.
Yeah,
right?
like it wasn't so much that. Like I wasn't terrified of him growing up, nothing like that. So
yeah,
I'm not too sure. I gotta think of that a little more. You got anything there, Scott? I'll think of something here in a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if we're counting like movie monsters and stuff like that, like definitely like the Alien or something like that. It's like that's pretty creepy. But if we're just talking like villains, like oh man, I don't know who was just kind of like Dolores Umbridge is a good example.
Great example, yeah.
Like just an evil. Maybe not horrifying, but like in the same way as Dolores Umbridge, we're just like, man, this guy's just a fucking asshole, and I hate him so much. The judge from the trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh yeah,
he's just a super racist judge who's just throwing it totally what am I trying to say? He's totally messing up the whole entire trial and trying to get these guys guilty, even though they seem to be pretty innocent. It's like they have their key witness who was the former attorney general or whatever comes in and testifies, and basically says oh yeah, in our presidency, we did the investigation and found that these guys weren't at fault. So it's you have a former government official saying these guys aren't at fault, and the judge is strike that from the record. The jury's not to hear this. And they're like, what? It's that's their biggest piece of evidence that they had is oh man, you just hated this guy at the end. It's fuck this.
He's just hell bent on just
exactly
putting people away.
He's trying to rig the trial. That's what I was trying to say.
All right, yeah. I had to Google it. I can remember his name, but Pennywise. That's the one I couldn't think of.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember seeing it as a kid. I remember the Tim Curry one. Watching it now, the Tim Curry one is okay, this is almost cartoonishly stupid. What the hell? But I remember seeing that scene, especially with at the drain with the water in the sewer grate. That freaking scarred me for life. That scene. So, yeah, that early one was pretty bad too. I haven't seen the newest one yet because I'm too scared to watch it.
It's quite good, yeah.
So maybe one day I'll be brave enough to watch a newer one, but as of right now, I'm still chicken shit. But yeah, definitely Pennywise for sure. So that one got me. That one horrified me
Yeah, I still the two that at least two that horrified me was Jason Voorhees too. He was just because it's the ones that you can't really kill because Jason Voorhees just keeps coming back. I mean, he's been stabbed, he's been shot, he's been burned, he's been drowned again, and like he just keeps coming back. Just stay out of his lake, man. Stay away. Yeah. And the fact that he doesn't say anything and he's like dead quiet, doesn't like yell or moan or anything. Like he's getting like shot and stabbed while he's like fighting. It's just like like this monstrous sized psycho killer. That's scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked up a quick list of like greatest movie villains of all time, and I don't know why this one's at number 3, but he is kind of a pretty evil dude. Anton Chigurh. He's the bad guy from No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
the one who determines the fate with a coin, like Two-Face, but more psychotic.
He's got that freaking cattle thing that like
yes,
yeah. It's like yeah, that guy's pretty fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That movie stuck with me after I watched that one for a long time, just because of how psycho he was. Took down a whole gang in a hotel room in like what 3 seconds. Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, that if I saw that guy, and he like locked eyes with me, I'd be like,
start booking
I'm
it.
out of here, man. Fuck this guy. Rad.
Yeah. Cameron asks, what movie's legacy would be better without any of its sequels existing?
I think Eric had mentioned it.
I said we talked earlier with Tyler. The Matrix series is my choice for that one. Because the original one loved. The original one, I watched it, I don't know, countless times. I thought it was a great movie start to end. Then they made the sequels, and I don't know what Wachowskis were on, whether it was on their ego or what it was, but oh man, just
like what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. And then they tried doing other stuff with the anime stuff, and I just couldn't get into it. Like they were cool with the first, and it was so groundbreaking, and how it changed everything, changed cinema for even till now. Like it's
Well, they had to give it to the second one. That car chase scene on the freeway was kind of cool, but some of it was like, oh, what the fuck, and then it's like, oh, that was bad. Oh, what the fuck? And it's just so back and forth. It was so inconsistent.
Yeah.
But
the Matrix was one of the few rare movies where I just didn't stop. I took my eyes off the screen for the whole movie, the whole way through. Just did not stop. I was invested the whole time watching it.
Yeah, for sure. Not that it was a good movie in the first place. I loved it. Starship Troopers. Like, why are you doing? Stop. This is a good movie. Just leave it at that. Even Terminator. No, but because that's a tough one, because the first and second are masterpieces. The first one was a completely different movie. It was a horror film.
It's a horror film.
And the second one was just like thriller, sci-fi, epic.
Oh yeah,
right?
Epic, yeah.
Right, and then the first one was like a terrifying. Actually, I take my answer back. A T-100 Terminator coming after you would be the most terrifying thing in the world. It's literally programmed to fucking kill you and will not stop until you are dead.
That is true.
That would be terrifying.
That is true.
Tyler's son. No lie. Bang, bang. Yeah. But yeah, Terminator. Yeah, those sequels were fucking garbage. After the second one. Third.
Yeah. Second one. Oh, so good.
Second one's very good.
One that is kind of a joke that gets made on Between Two Ferns with Jerry Seinfeld was the Hangover series, where he's like asks Zach Galifianakis like, you think Hangover would be a all-time comedy classic if you guys didn't chase the money you made 2 more of those?
Right?
Which is like definitely so true.
That's so true. Because the first one was a masterpiece.
So good, yeah. And then just copied and pasted for 2 more videos, and
Yep.
And another one, I guess, was the Taken series. Though they had like, I think they made like 4 of them. I think.
Yes.
I don't know. I stopped after the second
3.
one.
Yeah.
And should have just been one and done, because that first one is so freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, and, for sure.
They just got progressively worse.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Moving on to question number 3. This one's from Nicole. She has a couple questions. Her first one: what is your most prized possession? I'll show you.
Oh God.
Fuck is that? What is that?
It's my Charles Barkley skinned PlayStation 4 controller that says "Suicide sucks" on the on the handle.
Oh, Scott.
I paid $10 for this skin. Best purchase I've ever made. Look at him. He's great.
It's epic. Do you use that and play games with it?
Yeah, I was just telling Eric that my older sister, Nicole, who asked this question, I gave her my PS4 because I don't need it anymore since I have the PS5. So I was packaging up the console and some controllers. And this is the controller I would normally use 95% of the time. And I was like, no, she's not getting this. This is going on the shelf behind me with all my other treasured valuables.
Yeah.
Can't even see it in the shop, but I don't care. It's there. And
awesome.
There it is.
That's awesome.
Possession. I got nothing.
Prized possession for me?
I mean, it's an obvious one, but gotta be my wheelchair, man. I'm kind of stuck without it.
That's kind of a given, though.
I know. I was like, I got nothing really else. I mean, my truck, but that too. I'm kind of stuck without that.
Well, I'm gonna have to say probably my current novel that I'm working on. If I lost that, that'd be like 7 years of like blood, sweat, and tears, and heart and soul gone. It'd be that probably. But for like an actual physical possession would be my cinema camera, probably. If I lost that, I'd be pretty upset, I think.
Yeah.
Because this is the camera that I've had my eye on since it got announced like a decade ago, I think. So now that I finally have it, it's
like, oh my God, wreck this thing now. And I don't really have a hell of a lot myself in my own life, so I don't really know sure what else I got. I mean, maybe my it'd be my jerseys, my old jerseys from when I played professional. I have like 5 still in there. I keep them wrapped in like airtight bags and everything else, so they stay fresh and don't rot. And so those
that's
are
like my Flint Tropics jerseys.
Yeah, I want to I want to probably frame them one day and put them on a wall with all like with medals and everything else I got from that. So
very cool.
Yeah,
that's my dream with that, I guess. Yep.
Very nice, man.
I like how you guys have very serious answers.
Yeah.
Mine's like, I really couldn't think of anything.
Charles Barkley wrapped PlayStation controller.
That's amazing.
That sucks. Yeah.
Second question here from Nicole: would you ever go vegetarian or vegan?
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
If like I had to, I guess. I don't know.
I'd try. I wouldn't mind doing like a vegan cleanse or vegan diet for a little while. I'm fine with that. So
yeah.
And if I had to quit for whatever reason, if I couldn't eat meat no more, or had to go vegan, sure.
Yeah, like I mean, if it meant that like the whole world's gonna run out of food unless we switch to vegan, I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Like I mean, if you make there enough options, I'll eat it. Like I still use vegan ground beef and just about everything now. Well, because Carly can't eat beef now, so it's like I'll just use that stuff instead. And then you have pasta and whatever, like very little meat, really. It'd be tough for me to go without chicken and fish, though. That's a tough one.
Yeah, but
I really like fish and chicken, so but I would. I think I would. I'd probably feel a lot better too if I did.
Yeah, probably lose some weight. It'd be nice.
Aaron asks, do you have tattoos? Do you want a tattoo? And what would it be? I have a tattoo.
I do too. Tyler, do you have tattoos?
Do not have any tattoos, no.
Do you plan to get one?
I do want some. I came very close to a tattoo a long time ago. I was in Saskatoon visiting a friend and got really inebriated. And then the next day we were going to go get tattoos because I think his girlfriend and her sister were going to get tattoos. And I was like, I'll go with you guys and go get a tattoo. I was going to get a smiling wink emoji on my butt.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little quarter loony sized one just on my butt cheek. Then more seriously, just recently, I was thinking about possibly getting a tattoo of the Zerg emblem from StarCraft.
Ooh.
I thought that'd be cool because that was always my favorite. And then I'd play against people online as the Zerg, and I had really good luck. The Zerg Rush, man. Just do the Zergling Rush.
The Zerglings, yeah. Zerg Rush.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
I was very good at that game, especially as a Zerg.
Yeah. For me, it's just I got the one so far. My Batman on my right arm still, and Got that a few years ago. It hurt like hell, but I liked it still. So I always
Nice.
wanted to get one. If I ever did make it to the Olympics, my goal was to get a tattoo of the rings. Like it's a common athlete thing to get tattoos when you go to the Olympics with that. So that was one of my goals. Like if I ever do make it, I can't wait to get the tattoo to say that I actually earned the chance to go for that. So fortunately, I never did. So never got the tattoo, unfortunately. Yeah,
Still time.
there is still time. I was gonna figure something out.
Yeah.
One day,
Let your
maybe.
dreams be dreams.
Right.
Just do it.
Hey, there's your next tattoo.
Just do it. The Shia LaBeouf. Do it.
So when you're in front of your girlfriend, you pull your pants down, it's just him. Just do it. Yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah, I have a tribal sleeve tattoo, which I've debated about covering up potentially. Yeah, I mean, I got it when I was 18 years old, and didn't realize that in the next like few years it would be kind of fall out of style and almost be kind of cringy to have one, maybe sort of.
Yeah.
So possibly I get it covered up, but the thing with tattoos, they're so freaking expensive, especially getting a whole sleeve covered up. Other tattoos that I would want, and I've talked to my sisters. We've talked about this plenty of times of doing, because we're all big Legend of Zelda fans, is getting the Triforce tattooed on each of us. And from Ocarina of Time, there were 3 spiritual stones, and each of us would get 1 spiritual stone on the cross, or not the cross, the Triforce. I got Jesus.
You got Jesus.
My sisters get Triforce. It's like, what? I got Jesus on cross. Mine came out wrong. And another one that I thought of maybe getting was maybe just a small one was the glider from Avatar: Last Airbender. Just like a little 2D little thing. Something small that I could put somewhere.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Earth Tribe. Yeah.
Right?
Water Tribe.
Or even the koi fishes.
In
the ocean.
Right.
Kind of neat.
Black and white koi fish, yeah.
Slick.
It's like yin and yang, but it's fish.
Arrow on my head.
My mom has a couple questions for us. She asks first, what's the biggest lie your parents ever told you? And I'm trying to think too. I'm like, I don't know.
If I ate my vegetables, I would grow big and strong. That never fucking happened.
Biggest lie.
I don't. You mean like there was always like those little white lies that every parent tells to like.
Yeah.
Which one's worth talking about? How many times did they lie to me? What?
Pose this question back to my mom. What's the biggest lie you told me?
Yeah, that's what you should have asked her. Like, well, is my name really Scott?
Yeah. My mom used to threaten us because my dad would go to work. Yeah. Yeah. My mom used to threaten us because my dad used to go to work for months on end. If we got out of hand, she's like, "I'm phoning your dad right now. Like he's gonna answer his phone." It's like, "He doesn't have a phone out there. Like, don't bullshit." And then she'd like pretend to be on the phone. We'd be like just shitting our pants. Like he's gonna stop and beat the fuck out of us for being mean to mom and not listening and not doing what she says and stuff. But I guess she had to use that. Really, I don't really blame her.
No,
big lie. That's just kind of like a scare tactic, really, than anything. Biggest lie is probably the tooth fairy. I remember being so upset. I woke up in the middle of the night because I felt like something was moving underneath my pillow. I'm like, what the heck? And I start like relaxing, all of a sudden it'd move again. I'm like, at first I thought it was a mouse because we had mice in our house all the time. Like, oh, there's a mouse underneath the pillow. I turned around and there's my mom, and she's like, "Hey, sweetie, are you having a good sleep? I just wanted to come in and give you a kiss." And I'm like, I lifted up the pillow in her hand, had money in it, and the teeth. I'm like, I knew it.
You're such a psycho.
Like, I don't remember.
I fucking know it.
I don't remember that at all. I remember believing it as a child, but when I was told the truth, I don't remember what my reaction was. I don't think it was dramatic. I think I was like, whatever.
I didn't like yell like that. I'm obviously
Obviously, your dramatic effect. But no, yeah, even still, when spoilers, when Santa wasn't real, even that too, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't remember having.
Santa one, I had a hard time believing was real. I'm like,
Yeah,
after the Tooth Fairy, I'm like, I don't believe anything anymore.
yeah,
Anything like that. No, you guys fucked it up.
just crushed my soul. Thanks, mom.
Yeah.
Thanks, dad.
See if I ever believe in anything again. Thank you.
Yeah, I really can't think of like a big lie. It's always just like the small stuff of like
There's no big, like life-changing lie. Like, oh my god, I
No.
can't lie about this.
right.
And if there was, I probably wouldn't say it on the podcast, but yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would though, because I'm not. Yeah.
There's no filter with you.
No, there's not. That's the problem.
My mom also asked, what Disney princess would you want to be and why?
What I want to be?
Yes.
Probably Elsa. Having the power to create like ice castles and shit. You know how cool that'd be? Make a little snow.
Yeah.
Elsa or Disney princess. No, Elsa. Like there's no competition. She's the best one.
I was gonna say Moana for mine because I'm like, oh, same idea. Just kind of just do whatever. Just live on an island all day and just in the tropical weather. What the hell not? Yeah.
I wouldn't want to live up in the mountains where there's snow all the time. Yeah. No, still Elsa. That'd be sweet. That'd be cool.
Make your own little ice golems and just make an army and shit and conquer. Oh yeah, that would be you to a heartbeat. I can make monsters. Fuck yeah, go.
Oh, for sure. There'd be snow golems everywhere, man. Yep. Want to have a snowball fight? I bet you I'll win.
Why is it icicle pointy? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'd be Jasmine because she's rich as hell.
Oh, you got a flying carpet
and got a pet tiger.
Oh, yeah, pet tiger. Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, Jasmine's a good one.
And she's super hot.
And you're begging, yeah.
All the boys. Ariel would be cool because he'd be a mermaid. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but she gives that shit up at the end.
I guess.
Or does she?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
She does. I think she does. I don't remember. Yeah.
I got puffed when I last watched it.
All right. Our last submitted question here is from Anonymous. What is the most masculine thing you've ever done, and what is the most feminine thing you've ever done?
So this can become either really dirty, or we can try to keep it clean. Most masculine thing I've ever done.
I mean, I could think it's the feminine thing first. Like, I mean, I'd have to kind of maintain I have to pamper my nails pretty much because working on my hands is a big thing with that. So I guess that's considered feminine, but like I don't do spa days. I just make sure they're well maintained. That's all. So
you get pedicures? Not really.
I don't do that.
Manicures.
I've been told I should because I'd have bad calluses and everything else on my hands. So
there's a nail salon in town.
Yeah, so that's probably my most feminine attribute with that. But that's just like because I kind of have to. When they're long and they're annoying, I always break them or crack them, and I can't walk like that on my hands with. Yeah. And as for masculine, I mean, I don't know. Competing was pretty cool. I don't really see myself as a super masculine guy anyway. So like, I've never been one to do that. So I don't know.
I was gonna say most feminine thing is like cry at movies and TVs shows and YouTube videos and commercials. It doesn't take me much to cry, really. It's kind of sad, actually.
I think that's an overly thing.
Yeah.
Well, they always say it's like, oh, he's in touch with his feminine side because he's crying like a bitch.
Just like no emotion.
Yeah. So there's that. I think that it mostly kind of started, or really started happening last year when I was laid off and was spending all day at home and just like my mental health just went to shit. I'm like,
that's a whole different thing though. That's all.
Yeah, but it's still ruined. So whatever.
It's still scarred.
Yeah. These scars will not heal. And most masculine, I don't know,
that's the thing. I never consider myself a masculine guy.
Working out and lifting weights, I don't know how, go to the gym, pumping iron.
Yeah, I
Feels
don't.
like I'm coming. You know,
Train full of dudes. Had
Yeah.
go to a wrestling show and
Mhm. Yeah, I guess that
be
would
like,
be it.
hell
Really.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love the competition.
right.
Yeah.
No, feminine thing for me, yeah, this is probably like when I watch a good movie and there's a sad part, I literally have to cry because I'm like, no, I'm a man, I can't be crying at this.
Yeah.
Like with Avengers and while even watching Gladiator again recently, that one always gets me real bad
Mm-hmm.
at the end. Most masculine thing was when I had to kick a bunch of riffraff out of my house.
Oh yeah.
I had woken up to some loud noises, crashing and banging, and I was like, what the fuck's going on in my house? My two friends had brought some strange home, about 6 or 7 of them. And I opened up the door, I went outside, and I was completely naked. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Holy fuck, there's another one in there. Holy, and he's naked. And I'm like, Kate, I went back in the room. I grabbed my little baseball bat. They called it the ninja bat because it was like a little samurai sword. Because it's like, I bought it when we were playing slow pitch. And it was actually a kid's baseball bat. I didn't realize it at the time. So a tiny aluminum bat. And I just walked out. And they were just beating the shit out of my friends. I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. And my Mac was like flopping on the desk, like about to fall over. My $3,000 iMac computer. I had a DVD rack. There's DVDs everywhere. There was shit all over the floor. And I'm just like, get the fuck out. And they weren't leaving. So I just started swinging. Donk, donk, donk. You know that aluminum bat sound make when it's hitting stuff? I get out. Donk, 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 donk. And I'm just like stark naked. And then one of them was trying to run off with my Burton snowboarding jacket, like a $300 jacket. So I had to shake this person out of it violently. I'm like, give me my jacket back, and just like flopping and flailing around, and then fell down the stairs and made sure that their feet were in the doorway when I shut it. I'm like, get out, just like chasing cats out of the house. That's the thing I did. And I was like, Kate, boys, you're out of here. You're moving out. And I went back to bed.
Wow.
Yeah. And I did that all willy-nilly, like no problem. And I hate confrontations.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because my buddies were getting beaten up and my iMac was like about to break. And there's like 6 or 7 of them. I'm like, got to get a little crazy. That's probably the most masculine thing I've ever done. I don't know if I could ever do that again, but.
See, I got one that's not really overly masculine, but it is one of like my proudest moments though. Is she said earlier, just I thought of it here this last week. I once had to chase in a bull and a cow that were out by myself with no one else around. It was just my chair.
No.
So I had to like quietly corral and like guide this this bull and cow around the farm. Oof. And into a stall that was open but didn't have a gate to it. So I had to stand there till about an hour and a half till someone came home to finally help me get these back into the fields. But yeah, it was literally I go outside like it's like 9:30 at night in August, like it's get darky right away. Like they're black cows. Well, shit. So
yeah,
I do something. So kind of walked out quietly, didn't make a big fuss, and just slowly like, kind of got in their path and guided them around and pushed them away. It's like, holy hell, awesome! That was awesome to finally do something like that, and I was terrified as all hell.
I bet.
Right.
Yeah.
Step up, man.
Yeah. So like,
screw this. I'm gonna go tell somebody.
I was more concerned because I had to do something because if it got dark and our road's known for fast people driving down, right? So someone would smoke a freaking cow in the middle of the road and just be dead. I'm like, no, I gotta fix this now while I can. So,
right.
So yeah, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I'll say that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been me doing that. Like, screw this.
So normally I grab the quad or drive like something to drive around, right? Well, I couldn't find the keys for it. Couldn't find nothing. Like I gotta do this on my chair, I guess. Shit. All right. Well.
Damn.
Man up, Eric.
Kidding. All day to Shane.
Yeah, all day.
The bull whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
Should we read a card?
Might as well.
Do it.
We're playing the Hugh game. Look, I can show it on camera for the first time. You can buy it on Amazon. It's called the Hugh game. That's how you spell it.
Hyggge.
How is it pronounced Hugh?
It's a Swedish thing.
Swedish.
It's a what does it say? It's a cozy conversation in pleasant company game. So each card has 3 little questions on it. Like so. And I read one of these off, and we answer it.
Sure. Let's do one.
Let me see. I'll find a good one here. This one's pretty good. What was the first email address you ever had?
Mine wasn't imaginary. It was just my full name, EricDeshane@hotmail.com.
So I think Tyler's gonna have the best one. So we'll see.
Tyler's got the best one, though. I know this one already.
Mine was because at the time I was playing football, and I was playing wide receiver position. So my email was wide_receiver_12, which was my number at hotmail.com.
Jesus.
I had to change that because once I got to like grade 9 or something like that, I had a friend who was in like high school, a couple of years older than me. He's like, "Oh, wide receiver." He rolled loose and he did one of these motions, and I was like, okay, I guess Scott.Labrie@hotmail.com is gonna be my new email. So it's like, damn it, I was naive. All right, it was my position in sports. I didn't know.
I gotta correct myself. I was wrong. My first email was right. It was wheels10@hotmail.com. That's what it was. That's right. I had that for about a year, and then I'm like, this is stupid. I go out to Eric Deshane. But yeah, it was wheels10. That's right.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah,
I had my first email address for a very long time, actually. I know people said you really, really need to change your email address, especially if you want to have like a professional career eventually. So I used to go to strippers a lot and collect posters and stuff. And that was always like the best highlight, is try to win posters and magnets and whatever. And so my Mac was acting up, and my iMac. So I had to get it repaired, and I had warranty coverage on it. So I had to go to Mactronics in Cold Lake to get it fixed. So I drove up there and gave it to them. And I think there were some Lebanese gentlemen. They were awesome. They were really good with fixing my stuff all the time. And they're like, okay, so what is your email address? I'm like, well, I'm not just going to say it because I'm going to look like a weirdo. So I'm like, COLLONONEL, Colonel, okay. I'm like, TITTIES, oh, I see, at hotmail.com. This Colonel Titties at hotmail.com. And they were just like, and when I got my Mac back a couple days later, I took it out to set it up, and I realized that I had stored a whole bunch of stripper posters inside the box. And I'm just like, the guys must think I'm like some kind of porn director or something. Like, oh my god. So
Colonel Titties, I remember that.
And I don't know how long now. It's just tylersunt@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So yeah,
professional.
And that's my online gaming name too. It was always Colonel Titties, and everybody's telling me all the time about it. I was playing Battlefield 2142, and I used Colonel Titties as a thing. And it's like, oh, he's a private. He's not even a colonel. I'm like, you're such an idiot, man.
Yeah. Do you want to read a couple more, or what do you think? One more, at least.
One more.
Yeah.
But there's two good ones. We'll do maybe. We'll see how long it goes. What is your earliest memory? My earliest memory, I think, was my 3rd or 4th birthday. Slightly before that. Because I remember that birthday I got a bunch of Toy Story toys. And I remember a few days before, I was in the van with my mom, and I was in the back seat, and I fell down or something, where I fell down, and I saw underneath the seat was a Woody toy from Toy Story, the one with the pull string and stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, look at this, look what I found. And my mom was like, you can't have it. I was like, what? It's like, that's for your birthday. You have to wait till your birthday. And I was just like so crushed. I was like, why do I want it right now? I probably started crying too. And then my birthday, I remember getting like the RC car, and I think like Slinky Dog and Mr. Potato Head or something like that. Basically got a lot of them. So that's kind of my earliest one that I can remember.
Jeez. That's a long time ago. For me, I think the earliest was when we were living in Ashmont in the trailer house, and our friend, our neighbor, He was actually like my best friend before we even were going to school. I remember it was before we were going to school, and I used to go to my grandma's store. Mom and dad be like, "Hey, Tyler, go outside or go to the store." I'm like, okay. So I'd walk all around Ashmont, like, because there was nobody living there at the time. There's the store. My grandparents owned it, and my grandpa ran his plumbing business out the back of it. So I was walking with my friend Calvin, and I remember the bar was still open right on the corner across the road from where we lived. And so we're walking, and I saw a bag of Cheetos or Cheesies, I guess, beside the garbage can. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's any Cheesies left. I'm gonna go eat them. Like as a kid, you don't know any different, right? So you walk over there. I'm like, oh, and there's something smoking beside it. I'm like, what the heck? And it was like a half a lit cigarette. I'm like, oh, grandma and grandpa have these all the time. And then my friend Calvin's like, oh, that's a smoke. So he picks it up and he's like this. He's like trying to inhale the secondhand smoke on it. He's like, he's coughing, and he's like, and he goes up to the filter and he sucks it in, and he's like, like coughing. I have no idea how old we were. And he's like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Oh no." And then because I could see the red hotness, I'm like, "That looks really hot." And he's like, "Yeah, it's probably pretty hot." And we were like poking holes in the cheesy bag with it, like making melting little holes in it. I don't know why I remember that. That's like the earliest memory that I have. It was so weird. It's like, man, I could have just picked that thing up and like ate it or smoked it or whatever, right?
I thought you were gonna say you just ate some cheesies you found next to a garbage can. I was like,
yeah,
no.
That would explain a lot, but yeah, yeesh.
I'm sure I did. Who knows?
Some crackhead coughed in on them or something.
But yeah, that's about as I can remember.
No, for mine, I remember being maybe 3, just turning 3, and I'm getting dressed to take a portrait for my little not school portrait, but like little portrait for family day, whatever it was. And mom's doing. I wear a bow tie. She's doing a bow tie. I remember asking, "Are we going to a wedding?" Because I don't know what's going on, obviously, right? It's like, no, you're just taking your photo, and she's doing a bow tie. We're doing it, and that's all I really remember. I remember wearing a white shirt, black bow tie, and she's kind of putting my hair, doing the bow tie, and yeah, in the photo, it's me with that. I'm like, oh, I kind of remember that. That's neat, but yeah, maybe even 3 at the time. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably about how old I was. It's weird. It all starts around 3. So once your brain's just like firing off signals.
Yeah.
You don't even know what the fuck's happening. You're just reacting to everything.
Yeah.
And start having, coherent thoughts. Maybe that's what I don't know. It's cool.
Your brain's able to retain it finally, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
That must not be like a real thing anymore. Like taking your kid to go get like a professional picture done. Like I remember getting that done at like Stedman's in Elk Point. They would always be like, I'm guessing somehow people would know that word would get out like, oh, they're setting up the picture thing that day or something like that.
Yeah.
Get dressed up, brought there or something like that. Now it's just like you got a million photos with them with your camera, and then there's also a million amateur photographers who have a DSLR that can take decent pictures. So
yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, we never really had that. I don't think we did. I mean, we had school photos, but before school started, we never had any portraits or anything like that. Not that I remember. No, I can't think of any time. No. Yeah.
All right. Well, we read one more, or should we save it for next week? One more.
Finish it off here.
All right. I think this one's a good one. Do you have anything with no monetary value, but with so much sentimental value to you that you wouldn't sell it for $1,000?
Oh.
No. I don't think I don't know. I'm struggling to think of something that
I got one. I got my grandpa was a big woodworker. So when he retired, his retirement plan was pretty much just live in town, wherever else, and just have a hobby of building little crafts. And I have one of his very first like little handmade chests he made, and it's like one of his very first prototypes. He's never actually put his name in it. He just kind of copied this one he bought, and he has a version of that one still, and gave me the first copy of it. And I have that on my shelf at home, and that's like a rare thing to have. So I'm definitely probably worth like $4 worth of wood, like not worth nothing, but it means the world to me for that. So I look at that and I want to be like him and build some stuff and work with wood like that. So yeah, have a hobby like that. Yeah, that's
interesting that you say that because my great grandpa made toy boxes for all of me and my brothers and it had our names on it, and he engraved it, he varnished it, and whatever, and it's yeah, I still have it. Actually, Leia use it. It's was a coffee table down here for a bit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would honestly sell that thing. I don't know. I don't think so. Just because it's, you know, how old? As old as me, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was made specifically for me. So it's handcrafted. Yeah, it's probably worth like maybe $20.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's not what it's made of. It's who made it for you. It's exactly it, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling to think of something that I don't really have like a whole lot of stuff that's from my grandparents or something like that. Like I guess like I have this kind of weird crocheted picture of some dogs that my grandma made that's hanging up in my room at my parents' house. But like I always hated that picture and I was always covering it with like posters or something like that. And like my mom's like, you can't take that down, so I just like cover it up.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, I don't know, but still, like, I'll give you $1,000. Like, well, I'll still remember my grandma. Like, I don't need a picture of dollars to remember her by.
Right.
I think like maybe if like somebody was like, hey, I'm gonna buy the Esteemed Gentleman YouTube channel and Anchor for $1,000, and you know we weren't allowed to podcast after this or something like that. I'd be like, nah, I think we'll make it someday.
Add a few more zeros and let's talk.
Exactly.
And I would be like, do it, Scott. Different podcast after.
Do you know how many cases of PBR you can get with $1,000?
No idea.
It's like 300 cases of beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on. Well, that's going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the podcast and you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you're on Apple or Google or Spotify or other podcast services, give us 5 stars, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, whatever you have to do to show your support on there. We greatly appreciate that. And head over to our Facebook page as well. Leave a like and leave a question for next week. Would be fantastic. And we'll be back here tomorrow with a regular old topic like we normally do. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later.
See ya.
See you guys.